Hello, Penny, and I guess Pixel. You're here. How are we doing today? I can leave. Sheesh. I mean, like you don't constantly. What's new? What is new? A foul mood, what happened? What makes you believe my mood is any fouler than it usually is? Feels like a vibes-based assumption. Hello, Nubis. How are you? How's your day going? Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Jeez, my memory is so bad. I'm alive. Did I respond to that? I should have responded to that. I'm glad you're alive. Keep it that way. That is an order. That is an order shop. This concludes me being with this room. I'm not gonna say anything. Alright, everybody take a sniff. I might need to varnish the wings of this Pegasus because they chip so easily, or rather they scratch so easily. Because they're so big and they catch everything, and because the paint's so thin, I find that they are chipping very, very easily. Now, just touching up some of the parts where the wings have been scratched. Right, what am I focusing on this stream? I think what we're going to do is we're going to focus on getting this comparison properly blended since I'm not freehanding it anymore. None of that Euro nonsense in here, thank you very much. I wish we were still Euro nonsense. Yeah. Oh god, did you see that they're contemplating like removing like duty-free status for small imports, for imports under £100, which means that any hobby stuff that I order from Europe is going to get even more fucking expensive. I fucking hate this country. I hate it so much. Or rather, I hate England, and I hate the English government, and I hate being shackled to this fucking insanity. But then again, looking at how much of Wales looks like it's going to turn reform, can't say that I've got much hope for us either. And thus ends the small politics tangent. The thing is, a lot of Welsh brain rot, not to say that Welsh people are perfect or anything, but a lot of Welsh brain rot is like second and third generation English who moved to like Welsh border counties and sort of brought that stank with them, because you can sort of see it by the polling maps. Like the entire coast is like Plaid Cymru, and then it slowly gets more and more insane the closer it gets to England. But also, unfortunately, Welsh people have the capacity to be complete hogs. Just like Scots. And just like the Irish, unfortunately. There is a hog inside every single one of us that we must kill. Kill the hog inside your mind. But he was being very anti-English in his solo argument. Alright, I forgive him then. I'm just washing my hands because there's something that's stuck on one side of my hand. Don't know about cool, but they sure are tasty. I'm not a big pork person, if I'm being honest. I mean, bacon in a sandwich is like acceptable, you know, BLT and all that, but I don't know. I think pork is a widely overrated meat. Love a bit of pork, you would. I think chicken is probably chicken and beef are probably like the two that, you know. The two that I actually have a genuine love for, and beef I can stand with only having like once or twice a year. But chicken is so much of my diet and so much of my preference. Also eggs. Chicken, eggs, and cheese, I think, are all I would need to survive. Like, beef is nice and all, but beef is a treat once or twice a year for me. Right. My body has started to hate eggs. I eat them too often. I should be getting some chickens again soon. Haven't had them in a while because I think I mentioned before, but I used to have chickens. And then when my last egg-laying hen died at like the age of, I think she must have been like 15, I just didn't have the heart to get more chickens. I had quail for a while, but quail are their own, like, their own host of problems. Yeah, but unfortunately, because of avian flu creeping in, it's more complicated to own birds now. So you need to register them with a local authority, and they need to be covered during parts of the year. So you can't free range them like you used to. Which means that involves me building some much bigger runs and like covered areas for them. Sounds like a whole pile of hassle. Well, yeah, it's what you get when battery farming produces, you know, massive avian plagues, is that you sort of have to quarantine your birds. Even the dust and feces needs to be tested for salmonella, only if you intend to sell the eggs. Otherwise, you only really need to worry about bird flu. Hey, Drift Builder, how we doing? How is that O pronounced? I swear I know this. Or knew it. What is the emphasis on that O sound? Slide the beginning of oeuvre? The American what, so odd? I'm gonna give up on that one. Put more O in it. You just said it like, you know, I don't. You know what? Maybe Brexit was right. I gotta take care of my daughter. Not a problem. It might possess you. Well, I did say, you know, Wales seems to be going pretty heavy reform. And I've always said, England is for the English, so. Ugh. I can't even keep on that one as a joke. Actually, you know what? I'm going to double down on that. England is for the English. You put the English in England, you build a wall around it, you quarantine it, and then free movement between the rest of Britain. with maybe like a special carve out for Brighton, you know. Alright, that's enough of the non-Warhammer in chat, just, you know, so it doesn't become the whole stream. Obviously, I didn't start this, it was the Gira, I'm blameless. I have never spoken about politics in my life. I'm not even a really political person, you know? Pre-order on Saturday, so it's been out in the wild under NDA for a month at least. O is just O. That one is easy to explain. Fair enough. Also, hey Tobes, how we doing? Sorry. I don't think I said hello. Time to like, see, there he goes, leaving again. Speaking as though it's something new. that's such a nice model, majestic as fuck. What? It is a nice model. Is it a nice model to paint? Maybe not. It's a bit of a pain. It is a very good model though. Those feathers look painstaking. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, there are easier ways to paint this, and I have made it sort of difficult for myself, but, you know.
4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Hello, Spike. How we doing? Was that you in Chris's chat asking if when Cathay was? Oop. Let me just check my emails. Doop, 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 doop. I was just asking about if anyone had an idea when the army may drop. Between August and October is the guess. That was what I originally knew was supposed to be when we were getting Cathay stuff before they just sort of like full tilt slammed everything out at Adepticon. That is the current guess. But nothing is confirmed right now. Sorry, I just got an email about some emotes, so I'm reading through that now. Alright, let me just respond to that. Yeah, sorry. I just taken 2 seconds to respond to an email about emotes. What are your thoughts on that one? Sorry, I've just got 2 animated emotes that I got some previews for. I got the Ariel disappearing into the hedge emote and the Kalita this is fine emote. I just got a preview for them, so I'm just responding to that email to give the go ahead. It's taking a moment. How are they looking? Pretty good. Unfortunately, because of the size of the emote, though, we had to. It looks like we're going to have to chop Ariel's wings off. You know, we'll just assume they were in the hedge when she started disappearing into it. Because obviously, the size of an emote. The Kalita one is looking particularly deranged, which I quite like. But then we only have a lady with fancy eyebrows. I mean, that's basically what she is. She's still recognizable without the wings. I mean, look at the size of an emote and then, you know, make your considerations on that. Yeah, is there a way that I can bring this into you? No, not easily. Looking good. What do I like? The balloon unit is like probably my absolute favorite next to the cannons and Miao Ying herself. The balloon is like what I'm really looking forward to. Just like the sheer character of all the little guys inside the balloon, all of like the various stuff on the balloon itself. It's just great. It's just great. All right. Sorry, just shooting this email off. Think you recognizable without the wings as much as I like them. I think it works without them. No, that's not. I'm saying, yeah, okay. I think that'll do for email. The balloon not instantly popping. Cathayan engineering. Making dwarves the mountains of seethe and cope. I need to. Does Flameon, if that's his name, am I saying that right? Flameon, the guy who's always doing the insane non-metallic metal. I need to see if he's got some videos or PDFs or something on a Patreon where he does his blending. Because the way he does transitions between colors, I need to wrap my brain around. And he has a wild way of doing it? Yeah, he does. He blocks in stripes and then blends it? Yeah. Oh, there's this thing with object source lighting that's been taking, this massively picking off lately. It's the whole lightning thing, right? It's using the wire for lightning and we are losing frames. Great. What's going on there? Okay, well, just gotta wait for stream to stop shitting the bed for a little bit. And back. Oof. And I'm not a massive fan of using wire for anything on a model. I'm going to be honest. Every time I see it, it makes me wince because that is like pure display model thinking. Because that shit is going to ping off every time you do anything with it. Like the only reasonably durable one that I've seen is using like UV resin to fix the points, but even then. It just seems like adding pain to a model, you know? And if it bends, the paint will crack? Yeah. And it's alright on display pieces and like golden demon pieces or competition pieces or whatever, but I'm seeing it more and more done on like actual armies. And it just, I don't know. I think fancy painting hobby bleeds a little too much into army hobby and gives people sort of unrealistic expectations of what will survive being an army that's made for actually gameplay. I don't like OSL. I like OSL, you know? I don't hate object source lighting. Yeah, I did see those Lord of the Rings lizards. I do like them. Yeah, I'm currently thinking, what can I use them for? How can I get those into the old world? I'm thinking lizard men something maybe, but there's nothing that they really function as in a lizard man army. Hey physics, how are we? Necromunda, I see them more time on Necromunda. What function? Which model? The new Lord of the Rings lizards that just came out. I don't know where they are. Necromunda's a good idea. Use them as some crocs. They're pretty big though. Oh, also I just realized that I could download the whips onto my phone and shoot them in the server so you guys can see what I was talking about. So I'm gonna do that now. Missing a pair of legs, nothing some blue stuff and gumption won't do. So does it feel like you've been 193 days on just this horse? Sort of. Sort of. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna shoot the... You know what, I'll put them in general. Why not? Let us do that. Ding, ding. Alright, shooting these sketches for the new emotes into general of the server just so you can see what I was talking about. New emote whips. Wait, they are that small? I thought they were gonna be bigger. Don't you do this to me, Pixel. You know who that is. And look at the size of the fucking emote. The wings are not gonna fit in there. I'm gonna punt you into the well. Alright. Ren shaking it for the camera. I'm gonna shake you in a minute. Don't you like Pixel's poster gear? I'm deleting that. Dictatorship. No reactions. Gotta get around a Vortex Mixer. It is on the list, but it's like low on my priorities because, you know, it costs money. But is not required, you know? How do I I'm not saying that word. I feel like vortex mixers get more expensive every time I look at them. AFK, getting myself a veggie dum. I deserve it, you do not. I'm removing that again, Dagira. Be a shame if what, Dagira? Be a shame if what? What am I looking at? Oh, God. Okay, those are pretty cool. I could actually do with a lot of those, to be honest. It'd be very good for like Necromunda, kill team, like terrain and shit. We really want to play this game. We really want to play this game. Gear Pixel. But yes, as you can see, the new emotes are in the process of being blocked out. I should get the animated whips at some point over the next couple of days, probably. the blend on this is just not good. This comparison is just not working out well. I mean, thankfully most of it's going to be covered, but like it looks all right on camera, but in person it's not looking good at all. Miniature, man. This fucking miniature. It's gonna be the death of me. Yeah, I think the next one I do when I have to get one for the BSB version is I'm just going to airbrush the fuck out of it. I think, yeah. I think I'm just gonna stop repeating what I'm saying to Gira while I'm thinking, alright? You and Pixel are on short notice, Buster. Also, keep doing that, physics. Keep buying the things. Buy all the things. My mate got a Dwarf Battalion 40% off today. Ooh. I've been very, very, very tempted to pull the trigger and buy 2 of the Chaos Battalions. Because Chaos Warriors are a reasonably quick paint, and I just sort of want to like pad my armies out. And also, it's a very, very good deal on like models per cost, but I don't really have any reason to do it. It's just like a tiny little like voice in the back of my brain. Congratulations or commiserations, physics, whichever one you feel is appropriate for that situation. I'm sorry, I don't really keep abreast of 40k. I think I'm at the point where I just give up. I think I give up. I mean, this is as good as I can, and yeah, this is as far as I think I can take the white. Like, it looks shit, but it's gonna be partially covered anyway, so let's just hope that tides it through. And I'm going fucking... Can always come back to it. This is me coming back to it. And I'm not working. Not working at all. Alright, let me just knock the frog lights off and I'll be back in a moment. Yeah, I'm just gonna pretend this white doesn't exist. I fucking hate it. Let's just ignore that. Is stream dying off or is it me? Stream's been kind of in and out. Who could say why? I'm gonna drink my Russians till I can't feel feelings anymore. Fair enough. But also I should probably advise you not to do that and to look after yourself. Alright, what the fuck am I doing? I guess I should concentrate on getting the cream color done, and then I can move out to the browns, and then I can finish off these feathers around the legs. Is alright, physics. I sort of understand how you feel with the state of demons in the old world, but you know, to a degree. But as someone who's not particularly in with 40k, my commiserations. I guess the back of the shield doesn't need to be super detailed because it's covered. It's, you know, it's attached to the damn pony in it. These people will start leaving the hobby and I can pick up stuff cheaply. Jeez. Yeah, that doesn't really happen with the old world because people who played fancy held on to their armies for like 10 plus years, so you don't really get that as similar cheap sell-off. I'm being real. Apparently there was a World Eaters leak and it doesn't look very good, if I'm reading this correctly. Oh, right. Matt is painting like a bunch of world eaters for you, I guess. Oh god. Dare I ask, dare I ask how the stuff that you've paid to have painted is holding up? Alright, show me those fucking horse's eyes. I want to see what they're doing here. Oh, I'm screwed. Can't take bare minimum berserkers anymore and need to take them in units of 10. Oh dear. Horse eyes. You know what? That would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? It would, wouldn't it? I could do that, couldn't it? Couldn't I? I do have that power. But it would be kind of a pain. Ooh, blood crusher's unstable. Ever seen that? Are blood crushers unstable? Are they gonna... Do they still have instability rules in 10th edition? I don't know if they still disintegrate in the same way in 40k. Like I said, I do not pay attention to 40k. And they screwed up the summoning rules? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Have you considered playing Warhammer the Old World? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Chaos Dwarves probably won't be a core faction for a while because apparently Age of Sigmar is getting them, so. But the Legends rules for Chorfs are, yeah, pretty decent, although from what I gather, you'll mostly be playing an Orcs and Goblins army with a couple of Chorf bits. What does AOS need Chorfs for? I don't know, fucking ask Games Workshop. Yeah, a lot of events are even letting the Renegade rules be used, which is interesting. Seems the community has adopted those pretty handily. Skaven is still shit, even with Legends. Sorry. From what I gather, winning even with the Renegades is what I meant. Yeah, winning a game with Skaven is like pulling teeth, apparently. Pixel, I think you fail to wrestle with the idea that playing something inoptimal is fun. Playing something that just doesn't function is not. Like, there's a difference between taking a unit that is not good but is functionally kind of fun and taking a unit that's gonna, like, shit the bed and explode in one turn. And I say this as someone who likes losing games. But not everybody is like me. And I'm aware of that. You gotta account for the people who are not like you, as well as the people who are. No one local wants to play the old world? Have you considered moving to the UK? It's a deeply awful place, but we do have a decent Warhammer fantasy scene. Hey, hungry. How we doing? And now we've proven we're useless and shit. I mean, I'm not going to engage with that one. Not enough goth ladies to make me move there? I mean, I strong disagree, but... So what you're saying is the UK has a strategic goth gap as compared to the US? Interesting. Also, Pixel, don't worry. I'm not bullying you. I think in spirit you are right, but in practice, you know. People have not dealt with the concept that losing is also part of a two-player game. And until they do, you gotta give them a chance. Actually, you know what? No. I was supposed to continue. No, I'm not giving you latitude. You know what? Everybody shame Pixel. That was too nice. Shame Pixel in chat. Strategic goth resources are low worldwide. Yeah. It was a deep crash after the early 2000s. And put more paint on my house. You can't keep mentioning painting high elves and then like not sending images in the server to the Gira. It is illegal. We need to encourage him to do some actual painting of a real game and not 30k. Or 40k. I don't play 40k. No, just reskinned 40k. Just play Old World, it's the best. This is what we're saying. I play Old World, do you? What happened to that dwarf army that you were doing? Has that been painted? Might as well finish off the underside of this horse. Just get all the cream flesh and fur done. But I have events I need to pay for. Well, then get yourself signed up for some old world events. Maybe that'll encourage you to paint. Uh, 2001 Colin Dixon Longbeards. Yeah, any of the metal dwarves are maybe, if not, I wonder if Diaz did any dwarves. He did. They were never released. There's a streamer, I believe he's a League of Legends streamer usually, Tobias Fate, or Tobias Fate Plus is his side channel. Maybe he's StarCraft. I don't know. He's one of those streamers, but he had a unreleased one Diaz Dwarf Lord on Shield Bearer that he won in an auction for too much money, and a bunch of other one Diaz stuff, but yeah, none of it was released. Sort of like he did some witch elves that weren't released. Yeah, you can run Goblin Wolf Riders in the old world. I'm actually not entirely sure how they are in... Not entirely sure how they are in the old world. They used to be pretty decent in 8th edition, as, you know, Light Cav was very, very versatile. I guess Light Cav is still kind of versatile, and I'm not sure how they measure up to the rest of the list, to be honest. I'm not a very standard goblin person. I like my night gobbies. I presume the profile is pretty good. And they're just as like useful, but I can't say for certain because I have not really looked. They have Impetuous, so they've got a 50% chance of fucking charging to their death. Never mind then. God damn it. I fucking... I abhor how much the old world makes you baby units. Like with Unbreakable, you've got to put a cheap unit behind it so it can't get forced back and like constantly charged and recharged. And I also hate like how you have to fucking baby frenzied units and impetuous units so much these days. It's just like you're constantly like incentivized to bring units to like babysit other units in a way that you weren't in previous editions, which is just kind of annoying. It's fine, you know, it's part of the game. I guess it's the same as the old chaff and light cav thing that you always had to do, but you can just buy Age of Sigmar. Only downside is they're in rare. Oof. Like Alarian Reavers being in rare in the Seaguard list, it's like, I want you, but I don't want you in a rare slot. The separation of boxes and like stuff between Age of Sigmar and the old world is so stupid. Like it's just dumb shit. Just do it like you used to do with demons. Just sell the same thing for multiple armies. Who cares if you have to rebox it a couple different ways? Fucking... We all know that everybody's buying Gloomspite shit for the old world anyway, so like what does it fucking matter? Damn it, Games Workshop. I don't know why I've suddenly gotten so surly. Yeah, this is definitely a management made a decision and now everybody else has to scramble to justify that decision. Remember when demons had the generic black box because they were multi-system? Skull Pass was big fancy. I fucking love Skull Pass. I must have annoyed my store managers so many times just turning up without bringing my lizards and just playing Skull Pass with someone else in the store.
Hey there, hi, I'm ready to
Live joyfully.
Yeah, I'm always in a bad mood, Pixel. I don't know what you're on about. I live in the United Kingdom. I hope everybody turned up for the good vibes, for the chill painting vibes, and enjoyed the brain rot. No, I have a lot of love for Warhammer. I have a lot of love for the old world, but some of the decisions they made are deeply inscrutable because they sort of ensure that a unit will never, and even a previously fun unit will basically never see the table again outside of like really fluffy games. Which is sad, you know? I like to see big, broad and balanced armies, but Oh no, I think we bummed Pixel out. This is my penance for the Ariel stuff. Sorry, the Ariel stuff. I wish the way I painted didn't have so much glazing, because this is second. I like the new army composition lists for the official factions. And Squarebase proved that there's a need for community managed rule sets, at least for competitive side. Yeah. I do think we are in probably a very good spot, not being like main studio and being specialist design studio. Like, we are in a very, very good space to grow and continue. Not having like the giant eye of Sauron on us, in terms of like sales and new additions, but also having like the scrappy sort of narrative nature of the specialist design studios sort of steering the ship for now. With Cathay on the horizon, I think we're overall in a very positive place. However, rip, we neg bombed Pixel. Yeah, I mean, it happens. Doesn't happen all the time, but you know. Also, he deserves it. I'm holding on to the Ariel stuff. Not having to buy an entire army, but I do want to treat myself with the Bretonnian army box when I finish my dwarfs to a 2k point limit. Ooh, how far are you on with the dwarfs? Dwarfs are really fun this edition, actually. I mean, obviously they play the same way that they do in sort of most editions, but I really do like the survey course and royal host as an idea. Is nice. I have a lot of love for dwarfs. I might take them for a spin at some point in the old world, a little more concretely, but Ironbreakers, King, 40 warriors, and shooty boys, so like 750 points. That feels like it should be more than 750 points. Your king alone feels like it should be a lot. I love royal clans. Printed dwarfs a peak. Oh, is that the dwarfs that can slingshot up the board, like the entire width of the board in one turn? Yeah, that exists in a couple lists, and it's very, very funny. There's a way to do it with Warriors of Chaos Corn list that apparently is just like outright fucking abusive. Which is very, very, very funny. Like slingshotting a unit of corn warriors into like the back ranks of someone else's army. What is the unkillable dwarf lord build again? Is it on shield bearers or is it on oathstone? I believe it used to be on oathstone. I believe he does exist in some variety in the old world though. Shield bearers. I mean, the anvil exists, but that's for your runesmith, not for your... with rune of fortitude or whatever it is. Fair enough. Yeah, because in 8th edition it used to be you put him on an oathstone. Because you didn't obviously get the split profile and the extra wounds from the shield bearers. Toughness 10 anvil is also pretty unkillable too, so you get like 2 unkillable lads. Fair enough. Anything can be killed with enough dark elf shooting. How I wish that was still true. And it was only sort of true previously, but it's a little less true this edition. Although shooting is still pretty strong, but... Real shooting is done in close combat? What are you, a vampire count? Other ogres in the old world? As mercenaries, yes. And also, obviously, they have the legacy / renegade list, but... Summon Empire, summon Chaos, summon... Are they in Beastmen? Are they Chaos Ogres available in Beastmen? Yeah, I imagine Thay will have access to Ogre Mercenaries as well. Which is going to be very funny if Cathay have access to Ogre Mercenaries, because the current Ogre Mercenary models are... Imagine them... Imagine the old metal Ogre Mercenaries next to the current Cathay range. Rip Cow's Dwarf Ogre Loader is weaker than Cathay? Maybe. Maybe. Cathay Artillery is just stolen Chorf Artillery. Mm-hmm. Spoken like someone who's in need of a little harmony. Stolen her shit, Vala. Listen, if her shit wasn't like dilly-dallying in the mortal realms over in Age of Sigmar, then maybe he'd get a little more play in the old world. Just gonna unfurl a big banner when Chaos Dwarves eventually get to the old world. If they ever do, just welcome home, Cheetah. Are we too negative, Dagira? I'm just gonna be thinking about it now since we chased Pixel away. I try not to be, but sometimes. I don't think so. Wow, thank you, Hungry. Speaking of not being negative, Nova has been in here all evening and she has not come to say hello, so I can only smize that she hates you all. Is that a word, Dagira? Because I do not want to say that out loud. I am too white for that one to go wrong. Not the white. Yeah, I'm not even white. But too white. He's wearing off time to crash. All right, thank you for hanging out, Physics. I'm not even sure she knows what negging is, though. To even attempt to neg me. Or you. Or us. I'm not sure there's a lot going on in Nova's brain, if I'm being honest. Why are you staring at me, physics? Yeah, I don't think any of my cats are especially bright. Gonna be real. Not to blast them on main. The smartest cat I ever had lived to 18 years old. And I don't think I've ever had one that had her brain power since. She was a real puzzle solver and a real stare at herself for too long in the mirror. Thinking about things kind of cat. 18 years old? Damn. Yeah, I picked her out of a basket when I was 6 months old when we went to get 2 kittens from a friend, and then she lived until just past my 18th birthday. She was a wonderful cat. I was genuinely sad to see her go. No, I had a deeply introspective like moment the other day when I realized that Nova was 8 years old. I was like, you can't be that years old. You can't be that old. Like, that would mean you are in the risk zone. You're entering the risk zone, and I'm not sure what I would do. If anything happened to Nova, to be honest. It had me feeling very, very depressed. Because my other 2 cats are 10 years old currently, which would make Nova about 8. Sorry, I just got an email about the emotes. Hey, we got some wings for Ariel, it would seem. Maybe. Period of patience, been a rough week. Shouldn't read that out loud. Feel old now? I always feel old. Anytime you get me considering time as a concept, I start feeling withered. Hmm? Sorry, anyway, we can see. That's cool. Sorry, just chatting to the artist doing my emotes about making the Ariel disappearing into the hedge emote loop so that she appears from the other side of the screen and then goes into the hedge and then appears from the other side. So, instead of just popping back into frame. It's very funny. Um. All right, let me just reply to that. I'll be a second. Do an admin on stream, because that's what you're all here for. Just as sizing for motorize use your wings. And lose readability. Good. Good. Minis, Okay, all right, I'm sorry. Welcome to the email stream. Alright. And email sent. Okay. So what are we doing now? Oh yeah. Alright, actually, I'm gonna just go and grab a snack. I'll be back in a moment. All right. here, puppy. Yeah, Nova really doesn't like any of you today. She's come up a couple of times, thought about jumping up, and then just decided, nah. Hmm? You're awfully chatty. You'd come over. Hey, Terry. How go? How do, Terry? How do? Sorry, Nova's just been sort of... There you are. I can see you out the corner of my eye. Hello. She's been avoiding stream all day. Just coming up and then deciding not to come say hello. Obviously, the trip was Terry. Hmm? How'd you get a Nova to appear? You get a Terry in chat. Yeah. Never mind all the other wasters lurking in chat. She doesn't like them. Terry, on the other hand. That's one way to get a cat to come out. She refused me and my gifts. She did. She still hasn't gone on that tower. She's just married to the old stinky tower now. The other cats appreciate it though, so don't feel too bad hungry. Also, hello Vulcan. Thank you for accusing me of sometimes painting. She's facing away from the camera again, so I'm not sure the microphone's going to pick up her purring. Yeah, you do sometimes paint, not very fast. But it happens sometimes. Alright, steady on now. Just had a lovely Thai dinner with friends. Hey, back in the UK, but your heart's still in Thailand. Oh wait, no, you're in Vietnam. Never mind. Why did I imagine you went to Thailand? Sorry, I had another friend who went to Thailand recently. My memory's not been so good lately. If it ever was. I have a friend from Thailand. She has a lot of opinions about what we call Thai food in Canada. I can see that. I know quite a lot of like Chinese locals who have deep opinions about what the UK considers Chinese food, but seems to be, you know, a thing. She's just always so happy to interrupt. She is. She is. She likes to be around, is what she likes. And I went there for dinner every time it was offered to me. Yeah. Nobody feeds you quite like the Asian grandma. Or in my case, the grandma who was married to an Asian man. And decided to cook like she was cooking for an army after years with her mother-in-law drilling it into her. Don't drink the paint water. It just makes you throw up. No? Stop it. I just full force had to hold her throat up and she was gonna slam her face right into the paint water. Is the bonus objective for her every time? It is. Yeah, she drank it once and then like threw it up over my desk. So every time since, obviously, I immediately stop her. I mean, I didn't let her do it in the first place. I just thought paint water wouldn't smell appetizing to her, so she wouldn't do it. And she did it. You know. All right, you know what? Since she's already made me pack away a little bit, and I'm not sure, yeah, I'm gonna have to come in with a bunch of contrast and Scrag to glaze up these, bits and then do some highlighting and stuff. But we'll do that next time. Just because she's made me pack up anyway, so. Might as well. Give me a good excuse to get an extra half hour in my evening. It's been a bit of a uncoordinated day today. All right. Let's see. Whomst can we raid? Who can we go see? I guess, yeah, I'm not sure I can be bothered to raid anyone. It's a bad thing. It's not very nice, but I should send love elsewhere, but I just can't be bothered to choose, and then I can't be bothered to schmooze tonight. All right, into the void you go. Night.